5:32 is your time. The 12 jurors will determine the fate of alleged mob boss James Whitey Bulger. Get back at it this morning. Justin Michaels live outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse in Boston. We got 8 men, 4 women in there with deliberations, and everyone's waiting for this verdict. And maybe today, maybe.
Your guess, my guess, anyone's guess. We'll find out. It's only time will tell. But what we do know is a couple more numbers for you, Eric. We have 35 days of testimony. We have 72 witnesses that have all led up to this day where the jury will continue to deliberate the fate of James Whitey Bulger. Jury deliberations started at 10:48 Tuesday morning. The 8 men and 4 women have a daunting task of going through 32 counts individually. Bulger faces life in prison plus 30 years. The 83-year-old accused mobster is charged in a 32-count racketeering indictment and for participating in 19 murders during the 1970s and 80s, while he was allegedly the leader of the Winter Hill Gang in South Boston. The jury deliberated for 6 hours Tuesday as they start the process of going through 2 months of information, where the prosecution portrayed Bulger as a hands-on crime boss who killed people himself, while Bulger's lawyers tried to paint the prosecution as desperate, offering drastically reduced prison terms for 3 former Bulger cohorts in exchange for them testifying against Bulger. And aside from James Whitey Bulger himself, there's a small group of people who want to know exactly how this is going to turn out more than anyone else: the alleged victims' families.
The charges are unbelievable. The jury they got some serious work ahead of them. That's why I think it'll take a few days. If it took the judge a couple hours just to go over all the charges, it's going to take a real long time for them to deliberate on some of them.
I think probably by next Monday they'll come back with something. I think it's going to take a while, 3 or 4 days.
Now, the jury does start deliberating again at 9 o'clock this morning. They go to 4:30 this afternoon, unless, of course, they do come to a decision on all 32 counts. And then it could be as long as 7 weeks, Eric, before we get a sentencing date. But the judge can, of course, make that shorter. She can push that back. And then this might not be the last time Whitey Bulger finds himself in a courtroom. He is facing other charges in Florida and Oklahoma. Back into you.
That's Justin Michaels live for us outside the Moakley Federal Courthouse. And as Justin said, stay with NECN and ECN.com. Latest on the Bulger trial. As soon as we get a verdict in the case, we'll bring you live coverage on